Hello everyone and welcome to Let's Play Spellcross. Now before I say any more about one of my top favorite games of that time, let's kick it off with an intro. And we can skip this and we can skip the next one.
It all happened so suddenly. A series of natural disasters hit the Earth. Oceans battered the world's coastlines, while massive earthquakes and demonic storms ravaged the lands. Without warning, the world was flooded by thousands upon thousands of inhuman creatures. The world's military are powerless against the onslaught. The enemy is known as the forces of darkness. The remaining troops formed the Alliance. With this, mankind started an organized resistance. The battle to save the world had just begun.
Dun dun dun. So, welcome to Spellcross, The Last Battle, a game from a Czech studio, from Cauldron. I'm not sure now what the year of the release, 1990, whatever it is, 5, 8? It is a very cool kind of squad-based tactical strategy game. Let's just jump into it. Just 2. I thought there's 3 difficulties and the third one is horrible. I don't want to play on the easiest one, but I know that if one plays on the hard difficulty in the normal game, it's absolutely insane. I'm gonna do veteran, but I might regret it, huh?
Escape. To all units behind enemy lines, this is General Malcolm of the newly formed Alliance. Try to fight your way through to unoccupied territory. You will be given as much military support as we can muster. Remember, the Alliance is with you. Good luck. You will need it.
So, what is the controls? Looks like arrows, not WSD, fine. So it's a strategy game. It combines some grand strategy, a little bit in XCOM style, where you do research and you kind of control territories, and the tactical map, where you use your squads to fight through the enemy hordes. It is an extremely tough game. Like, losing is so easy. There's battles you cannot win. You are completely overwhelmed by the enemy. But that's what makes it so cool, because you're going to be fighting against overwhelming odds and always trying to catch up to an enemy that has an edge. So it very much has that desperate XCOM vibe, right? You'll be able to name your soldiers. They'll be able to kind of proceed through the different levels. Right now we have, as you see, on the bottom of the screen, 59 action points with a unit of rangers, and they have 2 attacks, so they can attack twice. They have 100 morale and 70, whatever that is. We're gonna figure it out. And they have 20 troops in their unit. So as you take damage, your number of troops in the unit starts going down, which also means you start doing less damage. So damaged troops are much more useless than troops at full strength, right? We also have different kinds of damages against, so 8 against fortified targets, 6 against flyers, 4 against vehicles, and 10 against troops. This guy is us. It's the Captain John Alexander that we have to now kind of reach safety with in as part of the first mission. As you see, if I highlight the unit of Orcs, I see that they have 3 levels. There's these 3 little medallions on their unit. They also have 100 units in that unit, so in that squad. And if I attack them, I will use my 15 anti-personal damage against their 9 defense. So the 9 is actually not fortified damage, it's my own defense. That's fine. And I have light infantry, and I have rangers who are quite powerful.
Waiting. Yeah.
Well, let's get them. How far can I attack? It's a good question. I don't think I see it here. Also, terrain makes a big difference. Can I, if I press some cool shortcut? If I press A, I see it's attack mode, I see how far I can attack. So also, yeah, height makes a big difference. For now, I would like to move here and attack the Orcs. You see, we kill about 10 Orcs per shot, so they are still quite powerful. And you see on their health bar, 14 of them are damaged, injured, so they can, in fact, recover, which would be quite a problem for us. They could heal that damage. Okay, this I did wrong, because actually you see when you hover over a field that I could have... Can I go back? No, I can't, right? Yeah, maybe let's go back. I just want to try something else. We start again on veteran. We click through the cutscene. I think there is kind of an overwatch. So if I don't attack with them, they will attack later on. Now, Alexander has 3 attacks. I almost want to just pound on them. I think I will. 3 attacks, but I can move a little bit. 3 attacks from here, 3 attacks from here, 2 attacks from there. So I'm going to go back down by 1 and down by 1. And if I can right-click on them, do I see how far they can go? No, I don't think so. Okay, fine. And let's just go to town. He is powerful. Now I can go with Rangers a little bit forward. And finish this job. So you see the Rangers have gotten like 1/5 of the way in their experience bar towards the next level. And these guys stay here and just guard with their 2 attacks. On the map, you see we have to go all the way to the right without dying. We can also... This is not good at all, huh? Now, what we want to do is kind of damage a bunch of them. We don't have to kill them, but we need them to do less damage. We also can kind of fortify ourselves. Now I don't see how. Which is interesting. We have 6 saves in a mission, also important. But yeah, we can fortify ourselves and get ready for enemy onslaughts to come our way. Okay, well, now we are in a bad spot. But luckily, Captain has 4 attacks. We just need to... Can he attack the back ones? Yeah, backline, yes. We need to... We're not going to kill them. But we need to reduce the damage they can do to us. This is already decent. This is also very decent. I think I want to damage this one. Light infantry is kind of useless. Now that's a good question. Who do I want to reduce more? I think these guys. And we pray. This is not very good. We also have to be aware of our morale, because morale can play a big role. Luckily, so far everybody's fine. Captain, as you see, he's just 1 unit, so he doesn't really lose effectiveness, which is important. Okay, let's level up our light infantry. Then let's level up our rangers. Oh my god. You see, he's almost level 2. Now, of course, also the units we are fighting, if you look at the wolves, whatever that means, I mean, we're going to have some kind of Euphorpedia articles where we can learn about the enemies available on the strategic map. But these have already level 4, so we are also fighting against enemies that outnumber us and outrank us. Oh god damn it, I thought he would be able to... Okay, we might be dead. We might actually be dead. We are.
The Alliance has broken down. The forces of darkness now control the Earth. We tried, but it wasn't enough. We are now slaves to our new dark masters. Armageddon is upon us.
And that is what an outro looks like. Alright, so now we know what we're doing. We're gonna try it again.
All units bind enemy line.
And we're gonna try it a bit better. First of all, he has 4 attacks in the beginning, not just 3. 3 after he moves. So he can actually soften up the enemies very nicely. Do you hear the chant, the music? It's kind of like some gothic. I would like them to have 2 attacks. Somehow they did not really. Can I somehow make them get into an Overwatch mode? We have a unit info, that's cool. I don't think so. Right? That annoys me a little bit. Let me quickly check if there is some key for it. I think it is, okay, it is indeed. So I remember it like that. It is automatic. And especially like your basic units will not really have an Overwatch until they have been more experienced to engage. So as in your basic rookie units don't really have, they are too rookie to have that reaction for Overwatch. Okay, this looks a little bit better than last time. I don't want to move him, I think I just want to use his 4 shots, to be completely honest. The wolves are hurting a lot. These guys have level 3, I don't care about them as much. I care about these guys and the wolves. Okay, so let's start with, I don't know, let's start with wolves. Okay, that is already much better. Okay, I'm gonna keep you at this strength and try to reduce the other orcs. Okay, I think this is better for us. And you can still move, so move a little bit. See, this one doesn't do as much damage, the 2 do quite a lot. Fine. Yes, I would like to heal, but before I heal, let's see what I can actually do here. Because we need to reduce the enemy power way more. Oh, we did no damage that time. Our rangers are quite a strong unit as well. I would like to pimp them up. Okay, you have to, unfortunately you cannot heal right now. I hope your healable health bar stays until next turn. Perfect. Now I would like to keep probably leveling up our rangers. If we look at the ranger unit, what do we know about them? They're the frontier units, mainly the Cossacks in Russia and Texas Rangers in the USA. Their primary terrain is forest, through which they can move unhindered. So I think probably what that probably means is that they have better side lights, side 6, side 4, yeah. So they are the units that sees the furthest of everyone, and they can also shoot furthest. They have a decent defense, decent damage. Okay. Fine. So yeah, so I would like to keep them leveled up. Now please, I would like the captain to heal and all the other guys to just stay here. Perfect. I think we've made it through the first enemies. Now I would like to save. We've used 1 out of 6 saves and we can now explore. I would like rangers to keep going first and use the hill. So we should go to the right, but I don't really feel like going by the road, even though maybe we could. And we also don't want to move completely because we want to leave some action points in case that we have to fight and shoot somebody that we find, right? And also, since I just told you there is reaction fire, there's also reaction fire for the enemies. Now it's going to be very tricky because I would like to explore as much as possible and gain a lot of experience for our troops. But I also don't want to die, so we're going to have to be careful about it. As you see, trees kind of break the side of the line of vision. So you have to be very careful around the forest, but you can also use them in your advantage. But as you've seen, the enemies are, for now, melee. They're orcs with axes. Right? It's not necessarily an enemy you want to engage at close range. You also see that the hills that we haven't yet explored, of course, hinder our range, which is another tricky thing, because we might get ambushed as we try to get up the hill, somebody that has much larger vision than us, and melee and the ranged weapons might just completely obliterate us from up there. So for now I'm trying to just go down, because I like these hills around here. I think we're reaching the end of the map. This is the end of the map. The first mission, what it also has, and that's quite important, is there's a couple of pockets of resistance that you can have join you. So you want to explore, because these units will stay with your army going forward. Alright. I would like to always keep an attack with the rangers. And I think otherwise we can follow the road. I think I also want to use my Captain Alexander as kind of the main, let's say, meat shield, because of his unique heal ability. He's just one unit, so he can always heal to full, right? But then again, if we lose him, we've lost the game. And then after this mission, we're gonna get introduced to... the strategic mode, where you choose which territories you want to engage, want to try to conquer, you have to defend from counterattacks by the enemy, you have some research that you can do, and you hire units that you want to use. This worries me because behind the house there could be somebody theoretically. Look at that, there's people down here. Ideally they will not be able to reach up here because it's up the hill, and hopefully it takes a lot of AP. But let's just soften... well, you know what? No, let's not soften them up. How's my attack looking like? I would like to be able to soften them up first with Captain Alexander. These orcs are unexperienced. They have only level 2 if you look at them. So I'm not too worried. Okay, that could have been better. They will not be able to reach. That's alright. He's not going to do too much damage. Or actually no damage at all. He's exhausted himself running up. One more dead. Let's just be very conservative with our AP. Now this hill up here is worrying me a little bit, but it seems unnecessarily so. And the forest down there as well. Waiting. Can we rename them? Not yet. We will be able to rename the troopers, I believe, on the strategic map. Yeah, I don't want to trigger anybody up the hill, so I will not peek out until the next turn. Okay, that's better. What does the map look like? Decent, decent. I don't know where the troopers are, so we might at some point also speed up the recording and just run around. Because I would like to rescue everybody on this map, and I think there's at least... I mean, there's for sure 2, maybe 3 different units I can save. Ah, there we go. That's reaction fire. That's very nice. But this could be because we are on such a big hill, so we have a huge advantage and almost full AP. Completely missed. Completely missed again. Could we use light infantry? No, they cannot reach. That's okay. Let's use captain. Ah, now they fire. Look at them. So sometimes when you deal with very powerful units of the enemy, like high levels and very powerful units of powerful unit types, you can even level up greatly by just damaging them. That plays a big role. So that becomes quite an important resource, how you manage your units and who you level up, because that makes them much more powerful. Right now this is great. No, this is... okay, they have level 4, so I would like to use my Captain Alexander to soften them up. Is this enough? Not yet. No, this is enough. And my rangers to kill them. And they've leveled up. What did they get? I'm not sure. Do I see their original... I think they've gotten +1 defense, and they've gotten more damage against heavy units and air units. Very cool. Any more coming from the forest? Doesn't look like it. So this was great. This you've seen now, positioning makes a huge difference. Do I want to save again? 5 saves. Maybe.
Yeah. Perceiving.
Okay, time to continue on the road. Oh, look at that. This tree worries me a little bit. This orc, however, does not. Because they're just level 2.
Perceiving. Yeah. Waiting.
Perfect. So as you see, we are crazy outnumbered, right? I mean, we are few troopers fighting against hundreds and hundreds of orcs, which I really love about this game. Okay, this is fine. Now I see this big hill up there, and I'm worried. Seems okay, but we want to move very little so we don't end up stranded and open to counterattack. And I would also like to not see the other side of the hill until I'm ready to scale it. Because if there is something there, I want to be able to open fire.
Waiting. Yeah.
Now. And see, this is exactly why. I do not want these guys to just... Do we manage? I actually positioned it a little bit wrongly, but I think we manage. How do we do this? First we open here, because these guys might not be able to make it and make too much damage. Do too much damage to us. Not ideal. Not ideal at all. Not ideal at all. This might be bad. This guy will not do much. These guys will do a lot. But it's not too bad. So first let's soften them up with Alexander. Now let's try to finish with light infantry. Awesome. And the rangers mop up the floors. I'm gonna heal up. Ah, awesome. Okay, we've covered decent area. I kind of want to go a little bit back to see if maybe we forgot something, but we'll see, we'll see. I think now I would like to go up this other hill. Okay, it also looks relatively empty, but we have to be careful. Now there's all kinds of missions in Spellcross. There's missions where you have to defend for some amount of time. There's missions where you have to assassinate some enemy leader. So there's quite some diversity in the tasks you will have to undertake. Okay, this looks alright. I would hope to find some units by now, but I guess that is a false hope. That is, okay, on the left is where we began, so I have not given up on the idea that we find some more units for us. I would like to always move just so much that I have 2 more attacks to go. I also love the setting. So as you've seen, like we are, let's say, some realistic human military that's composed of units of all kinds of nations. And we fight against these weird and at the beginning unexplained forces of basically dark fantasy creatures, right? There's orcs, there's some weird demon dogs. You've seen in the... There we go. Light infantry. Every unit will increase our odds to fight through to safety. Now I hope I don't have to defend them because they're very exposed down there. No, they seem fine. Perfect. So up here was the first unit of light infantry that we rescued. I kind of wanna... Seems to me like between the houses there could be some stuff. Ah, we started here. Now I see. And I should actually move with the mouse instead of with clicking like a crazy monkey. Okay, now let's get the rangers out. So yeah, so the enemies being this weird assembly of fantasy creatures is super interesting to me, and yet they kind of decimate you because of their numbers, but also because of their tech. Like, there's gonna be all kinds of status effects that the enemies can put on us. There's gonna be all kinds of weird tech that they will use. That's in line with what you would expect from fantasy creatures. And it's gonna be a struggle for us to keep up with our science tech to be able to fight back. Okay, so I think we've explored here. I'm gonna quickly return to where we advanced previously. Let me just finish checking this road. Yeah, this is the end of the map, so I don't think there's gonna be anything else there. But let's make sure. But let's make sure in a way that we don't run out of our movement points. I hear a river, which is interesting. Okay, Rangers, could you please get close? I always wished that there were more kind of squad-based tactical games like XCOM. Right, there's a few of them. There's Abomination, there's Gorky 17, there's of course their Laser Squad, which was the original XCOM, let's say. Oh yeah, I should be using my Rangers more. Okay, I don't want to be walking through the forest, because if accidentally we walk across some orc, we're going to see them as you see here. One tile away, and that's going to be way too late. Then they're just going to be ready to slash. So I think I want to slowly edge around the forest and back to the hill down there. And I can run a little bit faster, I think, because we know that down there is nobody. The only risk is from up here. So yes, I always wished that there were more games in the genre. And this is not exactly XCOM, but it's also not exactly anything else. It's not Steel Panther or one of those strategic war games. This is still very much... I'm worried about top of the hill. This is still very much squad-based combat, and you have experience levels, as you see. I think there's also some unit-based upgrades that you can like upgrade a concrete unit, I think. Although it's been many years, so I don't remember this 100%. Okay, get ready to get up the hill. I think there are trigger points on this map. You've seen that when we got close to the forest at the bottom of the map, there were some enemies that suddenly rushed out of the forest. So I think if you kind of... Ooh, this would have been horrible. Okay. We would have seen them last second. Too late to do anything against. You see that from up the hill we see quite deeper into forest. That's also very nice. Especially since the enemies from the forest will not see us, so they will have no idea where we are shooting at them. It does work the other way around, so if there would be some shooter from the enemy ranks on this hill, and we would be in the forest, we would be royally screwed. That's when we just lose everything. And this game, I mean, I have to repeat, it is extraordinarily hard. And now we play on the veteran difficulty, which I'm not even sure what it means, because I remember the Czech version of the game, the original version, before the patches, had 3 difficulties, and the hardest one was just pure torture. Okay, we're doing well. Now let's go to the second half of the map. I still am looking forward to some more units, and ideally better units than just light infantry. We also have to not shield our light infantry too much, because we want them taking initiative and shooting. Because that's the only way they're gonna get useful. Right now they are just, you know, red shirts really. They barely do any damage. You've seen sometimes they shoot, it does no damage at all. They are very weak, they can barely move, they have only 2 attacks. It's just all around a horrible situation. We could make them useful if they get experience, but they get experience by us relying on them and putting them in situations where they do have to be the one that actually kills the enemy unit. Okay, we're gonna go up the hill. There we go. And now there's 2 paths, one up there, one down there. I think I generally want to follow the roads. It's just my personal preference, because it's gonna lead to some settlements, maybe to some hold-up reinforcements.
Perceiving. Yeah. Perceiving.
All right. Okay, this is not really working well because do I want to go up into the forest? No, I don't. That's where the map ends. I actually want to go down. But I don't want to go down into these forests. I think I just want to kind of follow this hill and then relink with the road.
Yeah. Receiving.
Or maybe we can follow this hill anyway, much farther than I thought. Maybe it wraps around the forest.
Receiving.
I love the sounds as well of this game. I mean, the music you've already heard, it's almost Warhammer 40k. This weird gothic kind of chants, which tells you, yeah, which basically brings you into the whole dark fantasy. Almost like monastery feeling. Hey, hello, friends. Now, how do I do this? I can go here to get a proper shot. This is gonna work very nicely. And now the Rangers get the final kill. Although it doesn't give them so much experience, but that could be because it was just level 2 enemies that we shot.
Waiting.
It's interesting that many of these wolves, these strange creatures, do we know anything about them? Look at that. It is a wolf. It is some kind of a werewolf, right? They don't seem to have that much special. They have a huge light unit attack. They wouldn't do much against heavy units, but it seems that they completely rip our infantry. And we have no information about them. Very strange. And the Orcs, meanwhile, same thing. They don't really damage heavy units, but light units, they just shred. They have bad sight. That could be useful to us. Bad the fortify I still have to figure out how to do. Alright, level 2, level 4, we do want to take care of the wolves. Absolutely. Okay, not like this, I want to just soften them, alright. I have to keep remembering that our captain is very, very strong. Nice. Anybody else coming? Still some more people? Yes, these guys are level 3, let's... You know what, I don't want to soften them up, let's just actually go straight for them, because this also gives me experience.
Waiting.
And Captain can in the end finish the job if necessary. Nah, the Rangers will, perfect. This is problematic. Captain starts. The rest of the units mop up. Although I'm still wondering if I'm doing this wrong, if I should be using Captain just as a backup and all the other units as the mains. I can't get rid of that feeling that I should. Because even just damaging a unit seems to give them experience. And my Captain, after this mission, he will not be unit anymore. It's going to be us sitting in the strategic center somewhere, right? So we're not going to be benefiting from any experience we gather on him. Okay, very nice. There's the road. There's the what do we want to do now? So they've attacked from the top, but I don't see anymore. We're going to have to go down the hill onto the road, which leads through the forest, which scares me. And look at that. We have a Magotar. What are you? You're a little vampire masquerade gargoyle with the tire iron or whatever. So what do? They have a huge sight, probably because they might be able to fly, right? Small range, so they're melee, very decent defense, and they are again just an anti-light unit. Fine, that's all right. And they make funky noises. How can I engage them with the rest of my troops? I think I just want to position everybody in a position to be able to engage. Yeah. Yeah, that doesn't bother me too much. Okay, everybody else, get some experience. Very nice. And you heal up. So as long as we are up here and we can engage such enemies, as soon as we are down in the forest and they just emerge at us, things can go very wrong. So let's use one of our saves. We've made it halfway through the first mission, and let's continue with the Rangers. As much as I don't want to be down here. Let's continue in a way where we always keep some attacks for counterfire, for Overwatch. At least on most of our units. I mean, the light infantry I really don't care so much. And let's try to always get a decent vision like this. Now we are on top of some kind of a little hill range. You see there's things down here in the valley which could be very bad for us. So I also want to see down there as quickly as possible, but without it being too quick and exposing ourselves too much. Next turn we're gonna pop this. That's alright. There's some orcs down there, that's fine. So be aware this is still a tutorial mission, which means that there's no orcs just coming randomly at us at all times, right? We have to kind of almost trigger the pause as if we are playing the new XCOM, the XCOM 2. That's not going to be the case in the future. We're going to have proper squads of enemies bearing down at us, not giving us any time to recover, reposition, or anything like that. Now I want to see if I just stay on my spot, do I... Ah yeah, look. If I don't move, these units start fortifying. They start having these yellow little indicators, which means that they will be taking much less damage. They're kind of dug in. And the indicators will slowly deteriorate as they get under attack. So we can just prepare for like a big enemy assault that way. I need to see what's down here. Nothing. Fine. Okay, this is going quite well.
Waiting. Yeah. Receiving.
What a long mission. At least the way we are doing it, right? Okay, I would like to see the road connect, and then I'm going to be happy and leave it there.
Yeah.
And we're going to continue. I just want to make sure there's nobody in our back. And I also want to see down the forest. Because we know that in there were a bunch of enemies swarming at us. Now down here, could there be something? I don't think so. I hope not. So we're going to continue, and we can go at full speed. There's going to be enemies which have such devastating anti-personal attacks that we will need to rush them at any cost. It's going to be very desperate. And I think that's going to come very soon. I don't know if first mission already, I hope not. Okay, I've done this bit too much, bit too quickly, but we seem to have lived.
Receiving. Waiting.
So we're going to also be able to name our troops as far as I remember, and if that's the case, I'm going to I'm going to use some of the names of you guys, of the subscribers, to add a little bit more juice to the adventure, to personalize it a little bit. I need somebody to also see down the valley.
Receiving. Waiting.
And then I need some front row guardians. Oh, hello. So as long as these are just level 2 orcs, I don't worry. But if we would now suddenly find like level 5 or even level 10, I know it's 6 levels per round, right? So level 6 or level 12 enemy, we would be royally screwed. As in, one orcs at that higher level would completely obliterate us. We would not be able to damage them, and we would not be able to stop them with these units. So that's just to give you an idea of how much the experience matters. It matters a lot. Okay, I kind of want to a little bit go around.
Receiving.
Now following the road might be nice. For sure I don't want to go to the forest, but this hill here looks to me very tempting.
Yeah. Receiving. Receiving.
As you can tell, this is mostly a blind playthrough. Right, I could look up, or I could try to remember where the units in this mission that we can recruit were, but I don't think that's very fun. Because then we can also avoid making horrible mistakes, which I don't necessarily want to. Okay, being this close to the forest now really freaks me out. Because there could be enemies that just pop out and destroy us in one turn. I don't really like it. But so I'm gonna send only my rangers. And this is the end of the map, so I don't think there's gonna be anything there. Okay, we go back. For sure we do not go into the forest. That is a foolhardy decision. So we go back. We know that since enemies are not moving in this mission, we can kind of run the distance. Don't have to necessarily take care.
Waiting.
It's a shortcut, right? No, there's not. There might be some, but it's not written here for the next unit that can still move.
Waiting.
Believing.
Receiving.
Or leaving, or whatever he said.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a little bit too much. My hand slipped.
Waiting.
Okay, so now we can go through here. I don't necessarily want to do that just yet. I do expect still 2 more units that we find, and if we don't, then we're going to quickly backtrack, because that means we have missed them somewhere. I really don't want to go through this forest. This, to me, seems very scary.
Receiving. Yeah. Receiving. Waiting.
This is not very good. So we're going to keep a lot of attacks, because you've seen sometimes the opportunity fire, it's called here, the Overwatch, even triggers multiple times for a single unit, so that's different to UFO games. There's a river, and I believe that's the river we have to cross to get to our units on the other side.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, if we click there now, you hear the sounds of machinery. There are some tanks and some vehicles fortifying that position. That's why it's supposedly safe for us. Okay, then we have to go down. You have been joined by some retreating light infantry, which apparently burned down the bridge. There's heavily fortified wolves, and there's these things which are way too close to us, but luckily we've barely moved, so we might be able to do something. Oh wow, that was a lot of damage. For repetition, as I've said, it makes a huge difference, or it makes a lot of sense to damage enemy units, because a damage unit will do less damage to you. They are less capable, plus they have a morale as well, I believe. We just don't see it. I should have destroyed the wolves. I've made a mistake. So even just kind of... Uh-oh, this was very bad. Ooh, disadvantage of the forest. And they were gonna charge us from the other side, that's fine.
Waiting.
For now. Okay, oof, this was bad. I think I want to keep them down here. We just need to focus fire right now.
Receiving.
Okay, my light infantry, as you say, has suffered, as you see, has suffered catastrophic damage.
Waiting.
They can't really recover that much, which is very bad. Oi, this is not good.
Waiting. Yeah.
I'm betting on the captain. So as you've seen, a bunch of the light infantry cannot now recover their health, which is bad. Luckily the rangers have our back, and they still have all their firepower. I think this is actually quite a good use of our troops, because the light infantry to begin with is barely doing any damage, so I think us using them as shields, which I actually want to keep doing, so that's why I will reposition them. I think that's exactly what we want. Now, I imagine that the wolves we saw on the other side are still going after us and are going to come from the bottom. That's why I will take my time here to heal. So we've healed everything, right? Seems to be the case. My captain can still heal a little bit. I don't remember if getting damaged also gives you some experience. I'm kind of letting them move because I thought maybe they are coming to me, but maybe not. Ah, they are. But we are heavily fortified. Look at this, rangers shoot 3 times now. And the other units are completely useless. How nice. Then yeah, sure, rangers are going to finish the job, because I would like them to get more damage. Oh, and now the enemy is moving so quickly that I don't think they are coming to us anymore. Okay, let's use next save. The save, the number of saves you have are also something that is affected by... So we can't go here, we have to go somehow around, probably through here. It's also something that is affected by the difficulty. So you have more save points on easier difficulty, of course.
Receiving. Receiving. Waiting.
I would like my rangers to go first. These enemies that popped up from this little wood really annoyed me. That was rough.
Waiting.
This light infantry in the middle is now very vulnerable. So we need to somehow not put them in the front, because I don't want to lose them. Any firepower is better than none, and especially in the beginning we're going to have not enough units. I don't remember, there might be a unit cap when it comes to how many units you can deploy to different maps. We're going to find it out in about probably 10-15 minutes as we wrap up the mission.
Waiting.
Okay, so now I want this opening here.
Waiting.
Because this makes me feel slightly in control of the situation. But we're going to move very slowly, always keeping 2 attacks on our rangers.
Waiting.
I do not know if units in forest have like an advanced improve the defense or reduce damage that is inflicted on them. Okay, we reached the other arm of the river.
Waiting.
Another set of extremely heavily fortified wolves. I mean, alright. I don't necessarily...
Waiting.
We're not going to do any damage. You see, it just took one away from their status of being dug in. But now we actually did a little bit of damage, even though it was basically imperceptible. They're going to come from the down, it looks like. Okay, that's good. So I can keep my units here a little bit exposed. We're just going to dig in as well and wait for them to come. That's the best thing you can do with melee enemies. Now with ranged ones, their tech will out-tech you, so you need to be on some kind of initiative. It's very similar actually to XCOM in that sense. This was bad. They almost got close enough to eat this infantry for lunch. Now, you know what? I want everybody to engage. They can't through the tree? That's interesting. So they can't shoot through the tree, right? So the trees actually make a big difference. Look at this infantry. Got half a level just from that unit of wolves. And I think that's it. That means that they were able to cross the river. I will explore quickly up here, but I think we're going to have to go down there to cross the river. Because the wolves were running down and not up. I just want to verify that. Maybe also see if we see something on the other side that we can trigger. Doesn't look like it. Okay, so we have to go down. To me, it's fascinating. It might be partially because I played this game as a kid many times over. But something about it, even though it's very basic with its graphics and its style and its sound effects, it's also... it just has atmosphere to me. It feels creepy. It feels creepy in a way that the old UFO games did. But the new ones... or, I mean, also the new XCOM is good, but like the other games that try to be an XCOM, in my opinion, fail. You know, games like Xenonauts, which I love, they do some things well, but they are missing this atmosphere of being overwhelmed. Another light infantry, that's the 3rd unit. Okay, so there's a... oh, and they are... we need to rush in. They are in a very bad spot. Shit. But we can't. We're never going to be able to reach with attacks. Yeah, there's just no way. I mean, we can position ourselves here to try to shoot them when they come close. Or maybe even here. This is very bad. Yeah, okay, I have to just position myself this way and hope that I have some reaction fire. This is bad. Or hope that they survive. Oi, oi, oi. So you see how quickly it can go if you're caught off position. It's extremely important to be in the right position. I thought these guys might level up, but they didn't. Okay, you need to get back into the fold.
Waiting.
And you will need to heal there. And then you will need to not pop out at all. Because you are... actually, for healing, you need to return. It's interesting. You're so damaged. Oof. So you see, this is the atmosphere I mean. You are one step away from being completely destroyed. And you really need to... Every unit matters, just like in XCOM. Especially the experienced units, you do not want to lose. The enemy seems to target the weak units. As you've seen, the Orc here was actually quite clever. Do we want to... I think I don't want to save yet. You've seen that the Orc has done some damage and then sidestepped so that the next Orc has a free path to the unit. So they can do damage as well, so that they are not blocked by the first guy. That's already not completely rudimentary. That's already a little bit advanced, right?
Perceiving. Yeah.
Okay, I would like Captain to be forward, because he can take the damage in case there's more things coming from this forest. I would like these guys to be completely shielded from more sides. Well, more or less, something can still pop from there. And it behaves kind of like pods, right? We haven't seen these guys, but they still come out of the forest. So they, if something happens close to them, the whole pod gets activated in a sense. Look how little damage they are doing, because they are down to 30% of their full capacity.
Perceiving. Perceiving.
And the Rangers will finish the job. And then we see if something more comes out. Doesn't seem to be the case. Alright, this would be a good time to save again. We have one save left, so now we have to be very cautious. I could have Rangers or I could have Captain first. I want to have Captain first, I think. Since anyway there's no visibility to the other side. So I want somebody who's tanky and who can recover. Look at this. This is horrible. You are out of position. Very, very, very bad.
Perceiving. Waiting.
But you have no choice.
Perceiving.
And so that's what I'm missing, for example, in Xenonauts.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this is freaking me out.
Perceiving. Perceiving.
Let's make a little phalanx where everybody defends everybody else.
Yeah.
Oi, 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 this is bad. I need to get out of this forest.
Perceiving. Perceiving. Yeah.
But back to the point. I love when games make you this kind of outgunned, outnumbered, and you have to figure out, you have to win against all odds, right? That is so precious to me. Where do we, I don't even see, maybe here is a bit of a plane.
Yeah. Perceiving. Perceiving. Waiting.
God damn it.
Perceiving.
And I wonder if the enemies would trigger if we get close enough, or if they only trigger once we see them, or once we shoot next to them. Okay, yeah, here we can get out of the garden trees.
Yeah. Perceiving. Waiting.
And then I feel a bit better. Oh, Captain here.
Perceiving. Waiting.
Okay, fine. It's a bit of a march here. I mean, we are so close. We could just probably beeline it to the end, but there's still one unit somewhere. I don't know where they are. There's one unit here that I want. If I remember correctly. 1, 2, 3? I thought there's one more. Now, since we saved, of course, the advantage is that if something happens, we will know where the enemy is. So you can build your strategy around that knowledge. Okay, there's the road again. Heavily dug in, experienced orcs. This is not good. Oh, this is not good at all. I want not to shoot them. I will not do anything through their defenses. I want to fall back. I want to cuddle up as much as possible. Leave my Alexandro... I mean, just hope they don't do too much damage. Oh, they didn't. Okay, I'm gonna do a bit of a dick move we're gonna dig ourselves in. Look at that. Some units, as you see, build fortifications quicker. Yeah, now we're gonna trigger. Next turn. And let them come to us. Oh, look at that. And as you see, even the usual, the very bad light infantry is having a bit more success with the with the opportunity fire, the overwatch, when they are dug in, which also makes somewhat sense, right?
Waiting.
Excellent. Can we have this guy? No, we cannot shoot through the trees, but he can go here and finish this level 4 orc. Oh, excellent. Oof, lucky. So actually there is a big benefit in having our rangers forward, right? This now could have been catastrophic if we went way too close to the enemy and they would just unleash on us. They would have decimated us. So now we can go down or up. I hear some. If I go to the right, I hear some vehicles. I hear vehicles here. And this, I assume, is a march that we have to follow the road, otherwise we have some penalty on movement.
Perceiving. Perceiving. Perceiving.
But I also want to see up. This is tricky. Because I'm still missing one unit, which I'm not sure where it is. Whoops, this is not what I wanted to do, so let's end the turn.
Waiting. Waiting.
We can explore a little bit, just see what comes. Don't see anything of importance. It is really, look at that, it is an actual swamp. Down there I hear a vehicle. You know what? I'm gonna send you Ranger. Everybody else just hides here. Unless you find wolves, you'll be able to run away. And you're gonna have a look down here. Very slowly. And this is where the map ends. So there was nothing here. Perfect. I hear I do hear vehicles, I think it's there. But I'm also not gonna cross this swamp. Alright, we follow the road. With our rangers up front. Now the unit that we are missing, if I'm remembering it correctly, is also not just a light infantry. Which is why I kind of don't want to give up on them. It will make a big difference if we have them.
Waiting. Perceiving. Perceiving. Perceiving.
We have one save point and we are so close. We might use it soon.
Perceiving. Yeah. Waiting.
There's something about the audio which is funky because I hear effects from units which I think are far away from these vehicle units and their engines running.
Perceiving. Waiting. Waiting.
All right. It's interesting also design, right? We could go through the swamp here. But it makes me a little bit worried. We could go through the forest, which to me seems like a certain death, or we follow the road, which is a situation where you have the most control. But then, of course, it also leads you through where the level designers wanted to lead you through. I wonder if down there... I wonder if there's somebody down there. And I can't rule it out. We're gonna save soon and figure it out. Because the last unit that we want is a unit that's actually trapped by the enemy. And I just don't remember 20 years later what that looks like. And which part of the map they are in. Aye. What a dumb misclick. I wish you had an undo button here. For now, we just continue.
Yeah. Waiting.
Let's see where the developers want to take us.
Receiving. Waiting. Waiting.
This is the end of the map. We have to Indian cross either the forest, or the little mud field. What we're gonna do is we're gonna save. Last save has been used, and we're gonna kind of just rush it now. It could be that we are already at the end. So I have a feeling, okay, we're gonna now do something particular. I have a feeling, I have an intuition of where this extra unit is that I want. Although I could be completely wrong. I think I've kind of missed them down here in the forest somewhere. So let's see if that's true or if I'm completely misremembering what the game was like. I wish you could also select that you want to move in the direction where you are not able to move, and your unit just moves as much as it can in the direction, right? Yeah, this is horrible now. We're gonna die here. But that's why we saved. Okay. I have a feeling in there, in this forest. Exactly. This is what I was looking for. And that's why in the forest there were so many enemies swarming out of it earlier. We're gonna just slowly whittle it down because I do not want to go down there. So that's another kind of mechanic. There's structures, defense structures in this game where you can slowly break through them. But as you see, small arms fire doesn't do much to a palisade, of course. Come on. One more. The palisade is down. Okay, maybe one more. I don't know if I will be able to see there from here or if I have to actually go into the forest. It could be that I have to go into the forest. Are we leveling up? I don't think so. So this might not actually be so useful, but I think maybe I don't need to break it down. Maybe I can just go in there like this. What? Excuse me? Why did everybody just move up? Because they have no morale. They got freaked out. Their morale is at 0. So I guess the less experienced troops, you don't want to do that with. The wall has fallen. The commandos are free and ready to strike. So this is the toughest unit we have so far. They are level 5. They have 14 damage against light units. They have very solid damage against vehicles as well. If you look at them, they have great defense, they have great range, they have okay sight. And they are the special attack forces comprised of the top elite of former states, top elite units of former states from all over the world. Troops such as British SAS, French Foreign Legion and American Green Berets. These men were originally assigned to the determination of selected targets and for quick strike missions deep in enemy territory. The brutal training regime these soldiers endure was not without rewards. For example, the newly established Spetsnaz troops have achieved excellent results and have terrified the most unscrupulous veteran Orc units. The commandos often cut off the limbs or heads of their enemy as a morbid warning to others. The commandos are probably the only human troops that come close to matching the brutality of the killer Orcs, which we have not met yet. Their destructive capability during attacks is immeasurable, and they excel in rapid sniper shooting. Because of their frequent assignments, their survivors are experts on the enemy. So this, as you see, they have 4 attacks. That's gonna be a huge help for us. They're gonna be huge damage dealers. What is... No, they are not panicking. What are they doing? Ah, they are panicking. The yellow thing is... Ah... So because they've been dug up for so long waiting for the enemy and just being scared, they've lost morale, which is the yellow meter, and start running around. That's funny. If I make you space, can you leave? Ah, yeah, you can. Perfect. But these guys, I would not want to miss on. because we will carry them with us to the next missions. Oh my god, stop panicking. Just move around. It's fine. You don't like to be dug in. That's okay.
Receiving. Receiving.
Yet another mechanic or mechanism through which the game scares you. You have to keep moving. You can't just prepare in a impenetrable position and drag everybody towards you. But I think that's it. I think we now basically have everybody from that we could have rescued, and we just beeline it for the fortified allied position.
Waiting.
Let's move with everybody slowly down. Hopefully they will recover morale. We will relink with our ranger.
Receiving. Waiting. Problems. Waiting.
And then we just finish the mission.
Yes. Receiving.
It's a pity we didn't have them earlier, because I would like to level them up. They are still just humans, though.
Yeah.
Meaning they are squishy. Meaning if we lose them, well, good luck. Your whole campaign might be in danger.
Receiving. Receiving. Yeah.
All right, let's meet somewhere down here, and then we beeline it. I don't think we're gonna go through the forest. I think we're gonna go through the little swamp. We have no longer saves. That's unfortunate. Would have liked to save now with our newly rescued Commando.
Waiting. Waiting. Problems. Waiting.
Because I don't necessarily want to rescue him again if we die, and there still might be like a last line of enemies between us and safety. Oh wow, the rangers can move really fast. Or really far.
Yeah.
So let's relink here, and then just go straight to the right.
Receiving. 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 Receiving.
Perfect. Rangers are back.
Problems.
Commando is one turn away.
Yeah.
And everybody else is slowly catching up. Do we have on the information screen their movement points? No, just their action points. To move 7. I would have to calculate. I don't want to do that. Since they have different pool of action points, and the different actions cost different amounts. Yeah.
Receiving.
So wait, do we have everybody? We have our 6 troops and the 7th Commando. Perfect.
Waiting.
And we're gonna prepare in a way where our commander is up front, and our commandos are also reasonably up front. All right, let's cross.
Problems.
It's gonna be very slow because every move in the swamp costs us way too many APs
Waiting.
and leaves us vulnerable.
Waiting.
Oh, maybe it's not so... Oh, but look, this cost. So I think the Rangers seemingly also have better movement in hard terrain, because they could move twice and still not lose so many of their attacks. Meanwhile, Commandos immediately lost most of their firepower.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, we're so close.
Waiting. Receiving. Receiving. Waiting. Receiving.
Oh, there's more people. But I think they will also struggle. Let's just go one back. I don't know if they... I think they didn't see us, and we will not shoot them. Because our Rangers have bigger, of course, range. Contact. Now let's annoy them and go back. And I guess our commander is going to take care of everything. Anybody else coming? No, not this time.
Yeah. Yes.
You can hear the engines.
Receiving.
I mean, it sounds more like some garden sprinkler, but trust me, it is an engine of probably a Humvee.
Receiving. Yeah. Problems.
Okay, I don't like this because we are now stuck between trees, which makes us very exposed to somebody coming out of them. Ay, ay, ay.
Waiting. Problems. Waiting.
We are so close on the map.
Waiting. Waiting. Waiting.
I think I just want to go right and then to the top. I don't want to hug this tree line anymore.
Yeah. Receiving. Waiting. Receiving.
I want them to be here because they are extremely vulnerable.
Waiting. Receiving.
Let's just go straight to the right.
Yes. Yeah.
Now this eats most of my movement points, which is dangerous, but also anybody charging me will have to go through the mud.
Waiting. Waiting. Yeah.
Come on.
Waiting. Problems.
I don't know if there's any more units
Receiving.
to rescue in this mission. I am in fact gonna quickly check Spellcross mission 1, just to make sure we don't, without spoiling anything, to make sure that we don't miss anybody. Because again, this game is gonna be extremely hard. And if you simply miss one of the units in the beginning, you're gonna make it so much harder for yourself. Yeah, I think it's okay. I think these are all the units that we could find in the first mission. Come on, safety.
Waiting. 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 Problems. Receiving. Waiting.
And so you're about to see. Welcome, Commander. We have been waiting for you. And look at these. There's even a tank. It's not a Hummer. It's actual tank. And some APCs.
Problems. Receiving.
I wonder if I can now, if I take control over these troopers. Since they seem to have colors as if they belong. They do belong to me now. Look at that. That is very cool. That makes me kind of want to explore the rest with my rangers. I think I need to get only my commander up there, if I understand. Not necessarily all the troops. But we're gonna find out.
Waiting.
Let me quickly verify. Yeah, that's correct. Okay, then let's get our commander in there and see if that's enough. Mission accomplished. 37 enemy units destroyed. Ooh, talk about outnumbered. So that was mission 1, that was tutorial. Let's just get a glimpse at the strategic screen, and the next time we're gonna dive deeper into it. And a cutscene, there's many of them. This man is not long for this world, huh? Very important cutscene. Very important.
Good news. Our government has decided to join the Alliance. The loss of experienced men has devastated our ranks. To make matters worse, we have no replacements, and we still know very little about our enemy. Because of frequent communication failures, the Alliance prefers commanders who are capable of operating independently. This is why you have been selected for this mission. Headquarters is unable to assign reinforcements. The enemy squads you will encounter are scattered, so we have a unique opportunity to gain our first victory. Good luck. The first victory.
We might not get a strategic map yet. Ah, we do. HQ has sent us reinforcements. Not many, but they are all we can spare at the moment. We have been entrusted with some special commando and ranger units. They will be a great help. But the forces of darkness are a fearsome enemy, and a great effort will be needed to even hold our ground. next time. Because today we will not go into this. This is, as you see, there's a lot going on, a lot of buttons, a lot of cool things. This was Spellcross. This was the tactical side of Spellcross. This was the XCOM-like side of Spellcross. And next time we're going to have a look at the, you know, the globe part of XCOM in Spellcross. We're going to look at the strategic part. How can we choose which territories we want to fight in? What do they get us? How do we do the research? How do we manage our squads outside of battle? And all of those things. So I hope you liked it. To me, this is again one of the favorite games of that era. And I don't know if it's nostalgia or if it really stands up, but it feels to me like still nowadays it has amazing atmosphere and I love it. But let me know in comments if you agree, if it comes across, or if you just find it horribly dated by now. And if you like the video, hey, like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Take care.